Hello guys, welcome back to Data Coach by Piyush. In our last videos, we have learned about arithmetic and comparison operator, where we calculated values against each and every row. Either it's a total marks achieved by the student in the examinations, percentage achieved by the student in the examination. We calculated these kind of the things, and we compared if student have a higher marks in a mathematics or English. So these comparison operators we used and calculate the result. But today we are going to combine the result or combine the values of all the rows and display the value in a summarized manner. That means now we are not going to display the result for each and every student. We are going to calculate the single result for entire data frame. So let's see how it looks and let's learn more on that. So this is the data frame we are going to use. This is the student marks files I already have loaded in our past videos, and I already have read it through CSV command, which we already have learned earlier. So this is the data for 10 students. These are the marks in the mathematics and these are in the English. So we know we calculated the result data set for each and every student previously like this. If you see, if we have a maths and English marks equal for every students and all, but now in these sessions we are not going to perform operation for every student. We are going to calculate a single value summarizing the entire data set. That is called the aggregation of the data frame. So what is we are going to learn today? That is aggregation command. So this is the topic, this is the agenda for today. So what all aggregations command we are going to learn? Maximum, minimum, which are denoted by this max, minimum and all, average, sum, and so on. So these all aggregation commands we are going to cover today in our session. So let's go ahead on this data frame. Let's start by the maximum and then minimum, then average and sum. So we will start with one scenario. So now you know this is the data frame of a school examinations where these many student has achieved below marks. Now your head of the school is asking, he wants to see what is the maximum marks achieved by any of the student. He does not care about the student, he just want to know out of 100 what is the maximum marks achieved by the student. Let's write a query for that. So we will write our data frame is df dot select. Now we out of this 10 marks in the mathematics, you can see somebody has received 85, some 92, 67, 88 and so on. So visually you can see these are the marks, and if we just analyze the marks, you can see that 95 is the highest marks, or this is the maximum marks achieved by Pooja Mishra. But no matter about the student, so what is the maximum marks? 95. What is which out of 100, 95 marks achieved by the student is the maximum marks in the examination for mathematics. But this is the data set of 10 rows only. Then it was possible for you to analyze it by naked eyes. But when you have a millions and billions of rows, then it becomes really difficult. For that, we have an operator called maximum. Max of df dot max marks. Let me display this data set, how it looks. So we can see the maximum marks written by this data frame operations or command is 95. What we already have checked. So this is the 95 marks achieved by any of the students. It can be That does not matter. Only the head of the school wanted to know what is the maximum marks, that is 95. So this is the magic of your aggregation command. When you are working with this aggregation command, then it will become very easy for you to summarize all this data frame in a single view or in a single value. Likewise, we have seen the maximum marks achieved or maximum marks gained in the examination of mathematics was 95. Now similar way, if you want to know what is the minimum marks, then let's see what is the minimum marks. Minimum marks is 55 while maximum marks is 95. Now let's validate it from the raw data if really the minimum marks is 55. We can see these are the 10 list of marks and 85, 92, 67, 80, yeah, 55, 70, 90, 70, everything is above 70 or 60. Only this 55 number is the below or minimum marks, is the lowest marks. So this is how told you can analyze that what is the minimum and what is the maximum marks achieved by any of the aspirant in the examination. Either it's a mathematics marks or English marks. Now I am going to calculate the average marks. Average marks is the indicator of how your question paper was among all the students. If it becomes very less, then your question paper was difficult. If it is high, then your question paper was easy. Because minimum marks is 55, that means your student itself is not good in mathematics. Let's see first the average marks. Average marks is 80.2. That means question paper was bit easy. That is why pupil were able to achieve the marks 95 as well. But the students achieving only 55, then they really needs the attention on mathematics. The another extract from this average marks you can take, a student below 80 marks need attention because pupil are achieving marks greater or higher than their expectations. What does it mean? If you have a marks below 80, then you need to attempt some extra classes for the mathematics. So who are eligible or who needs to actually attend this extra class of mathematics? Students below 80 marks. Who are below 80 marks? This Rahul Singh, Rahul and Vikram, and who else? This Anjali and this Sneha. So out of 10, 4 student needs to attempt the extra class of mathematics because they have a marks below than average. Average marks is 80 and they have a below, that is 55, 67, some 73 and 76. While the maximum marks in the mathematics was 95 and he is eligible for some awards. There should be some awards or he should be rewarded with some recognition because he has achieved the maximum marks. So the person who has 95 marks will get awards. So this is the significance of using aggregation function. When you want to analyze entire data frame in a single view. Now similar way you can take a sum of all this marks, sum of mathematics marks. So sum of mathematics marks is 82. This is not much relevant to this student marks sheet. Why? Because we are not caring about the total marks achieved by all students. But this sum aggregation operator is significant and it plays a very vital role when you are purchasing some goods from some stores, some retail stores, or you are going to pay some bill and you want to take a total of all your amount. When you have purchased something from your shopping complex, mall, or anywhere from any store, and you want to pay the bill, then you need to take a sum of all amount. Then this aggregation operator sum is relevant to those, and you can use this operator. So we have basically used maximum. So now let me write all the query in a separate cell. We can analyze what we have extracted from this. Minimum, average. We can see the maximum marks is 95. Then this person should be awarded with something, some awards and all. Minimum marks achieved by the student is 55. It means nobody is failed. Everybody is passed because everybody has above 33 marks out of 100 in the examination. So this is the extract and the significant of this minimum operator. This is the average operator, and average is 80.2. That means students above average marks have a are safe, and student below average marks need to attend some extra classes for the mathematics, so they can also achieve above, or they can go next time above the average marks of the mathematics, and they can score better in the exam. So this is how we can use this aggregation operator, and this is the significance of this. So in our data frames, when you are working, this is really important operator, kind of very similar to your arithmetic and comparison. So this is the aggregation operator, aggregation commands we have learned today.